Welcome to part one of our Habits Matter, a short series of videos leading up to the first week of the second semester to help you understand how your habits can help you reach your goals. So let's start with last semester. We've got a Google Doc in the description box of this video for you to check out. So you can just click that link, and that gives you access to our handout, which you're supposed to use to follow along. You don't have to, but if you'd like, we'd hope that it helps you. And you can't edit it in Google Docs because we as CNMS Advising Office of Student Success owns this document, but you can download it. And then you can, or make a copy for yourself in your Google Drive, and then you can fill it out, or you can print it out. So we're going to do a little reflection on last semester. So I want you on this handout to list some things that went well last semester. You can also just think about this, but pause the video right now and list some things that went well for you last semester, whether that was academically, personally, whatever. You can pause that now. Okay, now I want you to pause the video again and list some things that didn't go so well. So this is in order to help you figure out what changes you want or need to make to your life to improve your academic performance. So again, pause the video, write down some things that didn't go so well. All right, so now it's goal time. So using those things you want to change, I want you to name some goals. Just pause the video, name some goals. All right, if you're having a hard time with this, I want you to picture yourself being successful. So think about next semester and what it would look like for you to end the semester successfully. Just think about some details of that. And that's how you should be creating your goals. And they can be big goals. They don't have to be really tiny little goals. So pause the video. Again, keep naming your goals. All right, now think about whether or not they're vague. Because if the goal is just do well next semester, we need a little bit more of a specific goal in order to know that we've reached it. So check your goals using the SMART goal acronym and think about what they're missing, and then you can make edits. So if you've never heard of the SMART goal acronym or you need a refresher, here it is: specific, measurable, achievement, relevant, and time-based. So if your goals have all these things, you're probably more likely to succeed. Okay, let's move on. So at the end of the day, the goals are really important, but it's always important to remember the fact that winners and losers have the same goal. So we have to figure out the difference between that. So the system is the difference. The system is the sort of set of steps or, habits, etc., that help you reach the goal. Like actively all the time, the system is in place to help you reach the goal. So if you were trying to reach something that's 20 feet above your head, would you just stand below it and jump and jump and jump? Probably not. You would probably rather build a set of stairs to climb to reach it. And so that's the system. The stairs are the system that you use to reach your goals. So breakthroughs are not always what they seem. Usually a breakthrough comes as a result of following a system for a long time. So think of the scientific method. Back to our little trying to reach something that's 20 feet above your head metaphor. It's really hard you're not going to have that breakthrough. You're not going to suddenly, become a human trampoline and reach something that's 20 feet above your head. So the breakthrough is just the final thing in terms of, the long, process. Like Thomas Edison, as he said, did not invent the light bulb because he was inspired. He was inspired, but that was 1% of it. The rest was hard work. So now let's go a little bit deeper and talk about habits. So our days are made up of thousands of habits. If you want to get really nitty gritty, you can take a day and you can see all the things you do. You can record all the things you do, and then you'll know all of your habits. You'll notice, you don't have to do this. I'm sure you can think of many of your habits already. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. So think of the systems that will help you reach your goals. You can pause the video and think about this for a second, or you can continue watching and then think about this at the end of the video. But then I want you to think of the habits that make up those systems. They don't have to be habits you already have. They just have to be maybe habits that you would like to build or break again. So I want you to make a list of habits that you want to create, and then another list of habits that you want to break, because this is where we need to start. We need to actually know what the habits are in order to work them into our lives effectively. And so throughout this series, we're going to help you figure out how to implement these habits. So good work. Please join us next week for part 2, which is going to be called Changing Your Environment. So talking all about our environment and how it contributes to our habits and how making changes to our environment can help us kind of create or break habits.